Hey gang, in this episode we are going to deal with water. We are heading into summer, believe it or not. We're heading into warmth, I'm hoping so. And we are on a shallow well. And so we need to make sure that we have enough water to sustain our vegetables and our plants, as well as ourselves. And so I've got a few ideas, and we need to get it going before we're in over our head and the hot weather is on us. So hope you enjoy this episode, and let's get into it. Well, part of the challenge with living kind of sort of off-grid-ish, like having a well for water, solar power has its own challenges as well. You have to kind of pre-think a little bit, especially when for the water situation. So for us, we're on a shallow well system, and that's not the preferred. Like a drilled well, you're going to get a lot of water and probably never run out. But the thing is with drilled wells is they're extremely expensive, probably 15 to 20K, maybe even more. They charge you by the foot. So they'll keep drilling till they find water, and you'll have to pay for every foot that they drill. There is a well at the far end of the property that's got lots of iron in it, so that will be a backup supply for the water for the plants, I think. But the owners did tell us, the previous owners told us that 2 years ago they had to pay a water truck to come out here and dump water in the well, which I've heard is very bad for the well, because you're introducing fluorides and different chemicals that aren't naturally there. So probably does not help the ecosystem of your floor. So for us, we have a house. We shower, we wash dishes, we do all those things. We flush toilets, which is a huge sucker of water. And actually in Gambia, we have a composting toilet, and we love it. It's not fun for guests, obviously, because they feel squeamish about it, but it's actually less smelly than a regular toilet, and you can use that humanure on your fruit trees and stuff like that. So it's really eco-friendly in that regard. But for a house, you probably will get flushing toilets, so that's going to be one interesting thing, because there's a lot of waste there. And we will use compost toilets for the mobile home conversion and also the trailer. But what I want to do at this point is I bought all of these containers. I forget how many gallons they are. Maybe 500 gallons. They used to have balsamic vinegar in them, and I bought 6 of them when we first moved here, pre-thinking like I do. And I want to take the rain liters that comes off this barn and funnel them into some water storage here and harvest the water. So what I'm doing now is I'm fixing up the supports on the end of this barn because they were just sitting on sand, not very strong. And if I put water containers against there, which is my plan, I'm going to be closing that all in, so I can't get at it. So you kind of have to go back a couple of steps and prepare. The other thing I need to do is reside this. This is just painted plywood, and it looks awful. It's not watertight. And I'm going to salvage the siding that we took off of the mobile home, the vinyl siding, put it here. It's going to be ugly and white, and then I'm going to paint it red so we keep that red barn vibe. So what I'm going to do now is finish off these supports, and then I'm going to close up this entryway here, this one here, because we don't use that. Tyvek the side of it, and then start to wash. The painful task of washing that siding, getting it prepped, and then putting that on. And then I can build a platform, and I'm planning to use the steel frame that we took off of the mobile home as my platform on flat to sit those water towers, and bring them over here, and then I'll have to gutter water into there. These concrete platforms too, this is all salvage stuff, which is great. These were all around the mobile home that it was sitting on. They're good dense concrete, so they're all different levels, so it'll be fun to level them, but I'm going to use those to build off of. So let's get to it. Again, I'm eternally grateful for Mandy's help here. These things are very, very heavy, and if you slide them around, they end up digging divots in, so you're constantly fighting yourself. So the fact that I was able to lift them up, drop them in place, allowed me to get 4 of these slabs level in both directions, level that way, level this way. So yeah, I can't tell you how grateful I am for the help of Mandy, because I wouldn't have been doing this. I would have been figuring out a different way. So these are really, really stable. They're dispersed nicely. I doubt they'll move very much. So I'm going to now go get the frame and bring that over, cut it to size, and I'm going to use that for my kind of cross members. So that's the next project. It's kind of interesting. These frogs are still rocking. A month, yeah, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. I got a little bad track of time. Yeah, I really do notice the bird song and the frogs. It's one thing we really noticed in Gambier too. When you're closer to nature, you hear all the sounds of nature, and it's beautiful. So, all right, onwards and onwards. All right, so the frames are in, and I kind of measured down from the end to get enough drop to hit the buckets, and it looks like I can put like a 2x8 or 2x6 deck on top of this to give it a bit more height. So I've just got to do some cross members. I'm going to use these little tabs that are welded on here just to do a little X to keep it from, you know, falling over, and then I'll have to go get some pressure treated wood and deck it out. I noticed the chickens are having a dust bath over here. Getting right in there. Keeps them healthy. Must be the time of day. Having a little dust bath, girls? He's getting right under the log there. Must be some good dust. And that's the new visitor, Sylvia. Alright, so super solid, ain't going nowhere. Once the weight of the water's on this, it ain't moving anyway, but it's good to know that this doesn't have any movement laterally. So let's get these 2x8s on. Alright, so the joists are on, 2x10s actually, not 2x8s. And now I'm going to put 2x4s on top, which will give it a lot more strength. I got to kind of think about this way now, right? Maybe I shouldn't overthink it, over-engineer it. So yeah, I'm going to get the 2x4s on top, and then maybe we'll place the milk crates up. That would be kind of rewarding. I'm not putting any cross members in. I can't move it laterally. It's not like we're building something that's going to be towed around. It's just going to stay stationary with downward pressure from water. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to nip these ends off, and yeah, I don't think I have enough 2x4s in the middle. I might scab some together actually, just so it's got a middle support, and call it good. Alright, so now we got the water towers put up. We need to get water in them, and it's not raining right now, and I haven't got the gutters done yet. So I'm going to try and get water, or Gabe and I are going to try and get water out of the first well on the property, which has got a lot of iron in it. But I've got some filters that I salvaged when we did the house filter. I've got a sump pump here, a bunch of 1-inch pipe, and we're going to see if that's enough pipe to get from the well down to the towers and get some water in them, see how grody it is. Got the pipe, well. Here is the old original well. I'm not sure how deep it is. Wouldn't want to fall in there.
Not with the pipe.
All right, so we got 100 feet of pipe. It just made it to the barn, so we gotta get creative, downsize to another piece of pipe. These are the old filters we salvaged off the inside of the house. Super old, but they'll do for this. And plug this guy into here. Man, it's tight. It's not on properly.
Oh, is it?
Yep. See the gap?
Oh, Dad, it didn't crack. Look, see? It goes in here. Look.
Ooh.
Or is it another one? I'll try it.
Maybe they're just worn out. They might just leak like sieves. So we got our 1-inch coming in through these filters that feel kind of loose. I don't know if the pressure of the water just suctions them or something. We'll find out. They're old. And then we're going to hook up our other pipe, which goes underneath, and then we got to figure out how to get it into, because we're running out of pipe, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're hooked up. See if Gabe's ready on the other end. He might get a soaker. Are you ready there? One what? Okay. Make sure this works. There we go. All right, you ready? You ready? She's going in. You got water at your end? Alright, so let's see. See if we've got leaks. Is it coming out? It's just working its way through the filters. It's actually not really dirty. There's a little bug in there. Sorry, buddy. Oh, look at that. No leaks. Is it coming out pretty fast or slow?
Pretty fast.
You got a good jet? Show me the jet. Oh no, just pull the hose out a bit. Nice.
Yeah.
Can you smell that smell?
It tastes like,
It's balsamic vinegar.
yeah, and it does taste like, or smell like that too, and I don't.
Well, you might want to leave that for a bit. That's going to take a while. It's still free water. It's well water. Then we'll get these gutters hooked up, and then we'll be.
Fast now. Pretty fast.
Yeah, but it's going to take a while to fill.
Bootsy, on the chicken.
Another job done, Gabe. Another job off the list. We can now get water from the well, and it's actually not that dirty. I thought this would be brown, brown, brown. But not too bad. We need to change this filter. This filter is really old. It's not like we're going to be drinking this water. The flowers are going to be drinking it.
Bootsy,
Boots adventure.
climbing up trees.
You can climb a tree, Boots.
Come on, boy.
You can do it.
Let's do it. Or not. Not today. Not when he's filming.
So there it is. You can have your container look like that, or you can have it look like that. For only 19 bucks on Amazon, it has a little flap on the top for you to fill your water. It has a zipper on the front when you need access. I think that looks better than that, don't you?